சங்கீதம் சந்தோஷம் ராத்திரிகள் வந்துவிட்டால் சாஸ்திரங்கள் ஓடிவிடும். காலையில் ஜப்பானில் காஃபி, மாலையில் நியூயார்க்கில் கேபரே. I'm feeling like a clown now, which I don't do at all on this stage.
That's fun.
I just seem holding a mic like ra 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 dee. This is the maximum. आगे में बंधा चला है ऐसे जैसे कोई ओ ऐसे जैसे कोई दीवाना ऐसे जैसे कोई दीवाना मैं नहीं जाना तूने नहीं जाना तेरे मेरे वரை நனைகிறதே உலா போகும் மேகம் கனா காணுமே விழா காணுமே வானமே இளைய நிலா ஒழிகிறதே இதயம் வரை நனைகிறதே தரரிரரர தீரரிருருப்ப திரரர பப்பரிரரர தேதத தேரே தாரேரர தேரரர ஏஹே ஹே தாரரர தாரர ஷபரி பதரர தீரரிரரர தரரர பப்ப.
வணக்கம். ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக சொல்லுவாங்க, the show must go on. ஆனால் இது வந்து கொஞ்சம் கன்ஃபியூசிங்கான விஷயம் இருக்கு. வாட் இஸ் த ஷோ வித்தவுட் மியூசிக்? லாஜிக்லி சொல்லுவாங்க மியூசிக் ஹேஸ் 7 notes. ஆனால் மேஜிக்லி சொல்லுவாங்க மியூசிக் இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் 3 simple alphabets SPB. இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஷாக்கிங்கான ட்ராஜிக்கான நியூஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு ஹார்ட்ஃபுல் கண்டோலன்சஸ் to the family, to the friends, to the fans, to the music fraternity and to music itself. இன்னைக்கு பார்க்கும்போது all the fans, all the well-wishers, all the music fans are celebrating and sharing their lovely memories of SPB sir. அதே ஒரு ஃபீல்ல வந்து today we have with us a fantastic ace photographer, arguably one of India's best, and he had the good fortune of shooting a lovely photo session with SPB sir. So இன்னைக்கு வந்து behind the camera SPB sir ஓட சில ஸ்டோரிஸ் இருக்கு, சில மெமரிஸும் இருக்கு, and we recap all of this together and also speak a touch about the yellow and a lot more. Vanakkam and welcome to the Muthoot Group principal team partners of the Chennai Super Kings presents Beyond the Boundary. Iniki on the boundary line வந்து we have with us Mr. G.Venkat. வணக்கம் sir, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
I'm fine, thank you.
Firstly, thank you sir. நீங்க வந்திருக்கீங்க. இன்னைக்கு வந்து when you are seeing so many photos, எல்லா photos என்ன ஷேர் ஆகுது of SPB sir, இது வந்து நீங்க எடுத்த ரீசெண்டான photos தான் சார். அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஃபோட்டோஸ் இருக்கு, உங்களுக்கு வந்து இது ஒரு மெமரிஸ் இருக்கு சார். ஒவ்வொரு ஃபோட்டோ பின்னாடி வந்து ஒரு மெமரி இருக்கு, ஒரு கதை இருக்கு. அண்ட் when we see the videos that you have kindly shared with Chennai Live, அது வந்து பார்க்கும்போது it's an unplugged version of fun, frolic, energy, enthusiasm which defines SPB sir. So I hand it over to you. Tell me a bit about in the magical moments. You have shot with so many SPB sir.
SP Charan got in touch with me. He's a good friend for many years. So he said, we need to shoot that. Romanala plan pannirukom. So that's how this whole photo shoot happened. And the day we planned the shoot with SPB sir, very energetic than solla mudiyum. The very first time I met him earlier, but during the photo shoot preliminary meetings பண்ணும்போது about the clothes and the styling, he was so enthusiastic. Let's try different things. I was a little shocked. Usually you expect someone above 60 to kind of lay off a bit.
Anna 60, who's 60? He's like a 40-year-old little boy.
So the amount of enthusiasm our guitar is amazing. So anyway, we planned some very interesting attires for him for the photo shoot, and we fixed up the date. And the day happened. I mean, I thought, okay, I have shot musicians, I've shot people from different...
sports
anyway,
people.
So I thought, okay, it'll be... Of course, SPB sir is SPB sir because we've all grown up with songs that we've whether you like it or not, you heard it from your childhood, from a baby, you know. So that is something nostalgic about the fact that I was shooting with him that day. And then slowly he started opening up about his personal life, how he started off, and what was his first song, and things like that. Engenga recording pannirukanga appadi appadi. So it was very interesting, right from ex-Chief Minister MGR days, our story, he sung for almost all of them. So how we was fortunate enough to start singing for Mr. M.S. Viswanathan. I mean, I didn't expect it. Slowly he started opening up and giving me a lot of insights about his life, his experiences. But so the photo shoot, apart from that, I was discovering a singer, a very passionate person, a very what you call, though he's flamboyant, he's fun. There's a very something inside him which is very soft, which came out while I shot. So when I was shooting him, I was trying to see how I could see different perspectives of him, how to bring it about in a picture. You know, it's just difficult. You can talk a lot, you can say a lot, but அவரோட personality வெளியில எடுத்துன்னு வரணும்னா அது கஷ்டமான விஷயம். But anyway, we tried South Indian veshti, அப்புறம் very
North Indian touch, formal jacket, suits,
and he fitted into it. So shoot பண்ணும்போது he said, look, I can't pose. I will sing, you shoot. I said, I'm not even complaining, sir.
Why would you?
I'm not complaining. Please. So that's how he said, no, I will sing. I said, please, sir, sing. And no mic. I mean, chuma mic.
I know, it was just for the set property.
But, and I didn't know my studio had what you call a good acoustic system. It was just a studio with lights and you know how a studio is. But to be frank, when he started singing, I had goosebumps. Because it is not an acoustically lovely place, anything, but the way his voice resonated in that space, all of us, I mean, we're all like goosebumps.
I know.
How can this man, I think he was about 70 when we shot him, and 70 or not, the kind of energy and the youth in, I mean, some of the, and he was singing some of the older songs, which he sang some 40 years back. And those
sounds so fresh,
and his voice was so fresh. I mean, I couldn't believe I could hear. So that's when I asked my assistant, just shoot. Just shoot. This is something that I mean, I want people to see.
Or unplugged version.
Exactly.
It's never happened so much
I want people to see this great singer. I mean, they won't see this. They must have seen him on stage and stuff where they have the right kind of, you know, acoustics, the right kind of mics, the right kind of amplifiers to accentuate the voice. But here, nothing. And the way he sang and the way and he would for the photo shoot he would go overboard. Obviously he's trying to help me to get some nice shots.
Cinematic feel.
Then after that he'll say, I don't sing like this on stage. In fact, recording is a little more subtler where we just quiet. I don't even shake my hands sometimes. I mean, but for the photo shoot he was a rock star. I mean, he was like killing it.
அது தெரியுது சார். ஒவ்வொரு ஃப்ரேம்ல வந்து ஒரு லைஃப் இருக்கு, ஒரு கதை இருக்கு, ஒரு எனர்ஜி இருக்கு. Maybe your room was not acoustic, ஆனா ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து which was absolutely right வந்து.
And another thing is there were so many youngsters. I mean, the stylists were all 20s and 25s. But the way he, you know, connected with all of them, and they were so enthusiastic. First they were worried, okay, how can we style such a senior, you know, person? But when it all went with such, but basically a fantastic human being, I should say. I mean, it was an experience of my lifetime, I should say.
Definitely, sir. I'll tell you one விஷயம் நான் சொல்றேன். As a fan of music and SPB, sir, I want to thank you for giving us wonderful shots of SPB, sir, because these would be the memories that we hold on
my
along
pleasure.
with his music.
That was such a, I mean, I'm happy I had a chance to do that.
I think it's perfectly justice done for that moment. Tell me, sir, அந்த environmentல வந்து நீங்க ஒரு unplugged version கேட்டிருந்தீங்க. It was like a ticket-free concert for you. Amazing it was. If you had to describe SPB, sir, as a person, as a singer, வந்து ஏகப்பட்ட விஷயம் இருக்கு, sir. 50,000 plus songs almost. ஒரு unique-ஆன record. I don't know if you all know this, but a unique-ஆன record of, he recorded 21 songs in under 12 hours in 16 different languages, Indian language. They won some of the records. Amazing. But it's all the memories, the melodies. If you had to describe SPB, sir, and say few things about him that people don't know.
See, it's not that I've known him too long, but the fact that very few times I met him and I interacted with him, I have a feeling that I've known him for a longer time. Because that is because, of course, his voice
we've been growing up with that voice.
So then to connect to a person who's been behind this, you know, because some of the memories that we have in life will go with a particular song. If you're depressed, there are certain songs. When you're happy, there are certain songs. When you're romantic, there are certain songs which, I mean, millions of people have experienced that throughout. I mean, whether it's Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, whatever. And what's amazing is to transcend languages, it's very difficult because if you're a Tamilian, then you have an accent moment you do something in another thing. But when you see a synergy as far as Kannada, Tamil and Telugu,
Hindi.
Even Hindi. So there's no way you can any song for and I asked him, he said, what song should I sing? And I asked him, sir, from Ek Duje Ke Liye. I mean because Kamal sir, so he immediately took off. So that to have a kind of an accent where you're able to, you know, go beyond borders and get people to accept you as their own person is
it's not the pronunciation, I think it's the emotion that he's able to connect with.
It's amazing.
How will you always remember SPB sir? The singer, the person, the zest to live.
I think all put together. I think as he's an amazing human being. Because it's not only me, but I've seen the way he interacts with a lot of other people. You know, the way he interacts, the way he understands things, and the way he cooperates and tries to get the best out of it. I think that is amazing.
Fantastic. If you all have any questions to ask Mr. Venkat Ram sir, then obviously in the comments below, send us your question. We'll shoot that out to him. But say, இது வந்து ஒரு journey இருக்கு where products and people நீங்க வந்து ரொம்ப different-ஆன விதம்ல பாப்பீங்க. You see it in a very different way. SPB sir is one chapter that you will always cherish. அது தவிர வந்து you've shot so many stars all through this journey of yours. And 2020 வந்து நிறைய people சொல்றாங்க it is a horrible year. And starting of 2020, you went viral. Before COVID went viral, you went viral. Many people don't know that. No, they don't remember that actually.
After all the problems.
Talk to us a bit about that calendar, which Ninga start putting it just as a vision of yours. This one, the 2020 or calendar, which is his yearly calendar. And other one, they went extremely viral. You didn't expect that to happen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so tell me about it was rising and then came COVID.
We released the calendar a little late. It was for NAM, it was for an NGO with Suhasini Maniratnam, and by the time we released it, I think it was first week of February. So it took off, and I thought it was a, you know, calendar, and we had a launch and stuff like that. It was very different, obviously, because Raja Ravi Verma was trying to recreate, because very difficult to recreate his. I mean, his is masterpieces known all over the world. So you're doing this small thing where you're trying to recreate something, but of course with well-known artists. But what happened was the first day, I still remember a moment we did the launch. Samantha calls up and says, "Hey, you launched, you haven't sent me my pictures." So then what happened is, I was out then. I said, okay, I'll send it to you a little later. And around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I asked someone in the office to make sure it reaches her. So I think she posted it around 11:30, 12 on her Insta, saying that, you know, this is the calendar, I'm very proud, whatever. Then by the time I reached home, it was 1:32. So by the time I went and checked, it was...
Why all over the net?
So by the time 2 hours, it had some 60,000.
Viral is a bad word actually. We mean the good viral, not this viral.
Right now we can't say viral anyway. So it began there.
Beautifully.
And then it really took off. I mean, what happened was, I think what happens was a lot of people abroad, a lot of Indians, wherever they are, there's never a cultural connect with our motherland, with our, you know.
Correct,
so
sir.
they missed that. So moment it came up, I could see people in other continents like Australia, US, Europe, I mean all countries, all over wherever Indians are, they started kind of, you know, they made it viral. So I felt it's the connect that they were able to, you know, see and say, hey man, look, it's...
I think that's the magic, sir. When you can connect with something, then it starts connecting and crossing all boundaries.
Where they miss it, and then there's a connect.
Correct.
That's the thing. So.
Right, okay. C is a good alphabet for you, sir. Cinema and the camera and the cricket and the... Because now we talk about cricket, it is the cricket fever as well. Neenga vandu cricket fan-a, neenga vandu CSK fan-a?
I'm both. I'm cricket fan, of course. we've been brought up with. I mean, my childhood days were all Gavaskar, Chetan Chauhan, that lineup.
No, you're not
G.R.
that old.
Vishwanath. No, I'll tell you, G.R. Vishwanath.
You look like my younger brothers.
all the I can give you the
correct.
lineup. So anyway, so from that point onwards, I mean, to this day,
To the classic
always-
heroes, to today's
Yeah.
superhero Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Yeah.
You have shot with Dhoni also, sir.
Yes,
அது வந்து ஒரு சூப்பர்பான எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கு. What we'll do for you is we'll show you some interesting clippings of Venkatram sir working with Mr. Dhoni, and when we come back, we'll spill the beans on Dhoni on field எப்படி இருப்பாங்க நமக்கு தெரியும். Dhoni off field நமக்கு தெரியும். On camera நிறைய பார்த்திருக்கோம். ஆனா behind the camera, that's the secret that sir will share with you. Stay locked in. This is the Muthoot Group, principal team partners of the Chennai Super Kings presents Beyond the Boundary. Stay locked in.
Superstar. Yare yare, number Dhoni sir.
They much or listen, he's a magician behind the wicket, a wizard of decision, they ride in the yellow, he's a king amongst regular fellows, where the helicopter blows, the whole stadium goes. MSD, MS Dhoni, 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 MS Dhoni, MSD, MS Dhoni, 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 MS Dhoni. Pure unda pure, ujaga kunda bagan, CSK India baas.
How we wish இந்த வார்த்தை சொல்வாங்க தானே life should be perfect. Life perfect தெரியாத ஆனா picture வந்து கண்டிப்பா perfect இருக்கு when you have someone like Mr. G.Venkat, ace photographer. It's been a lovely journey, sir. நீங்க வந்து you've become a celebrity yourself. People want to work with you. ஆனா அதே ஒரு பேலன்ஸ்ல வந்து you have worked with the celebrities of different businessmen இருந்தா, cricketers இருந்தா, actors இருந்தா, and real heroes and real heroes ஓட நீங்க நிறைய work பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இன்னைக்கியோட highlight வந்து of course is Dhoni.
Okay.
So and team CSK. So நீங்க சொல்லுங்க how was the entire experience? You worked with them for a lot of campaigns back in the times as well.
For IPL, yeah, we did the first photo shoot for the launch with their I think way back in 2008-9, yeah, with Tony Raina.
Those younger days,
Yeah,
when I was 12 years old and you were 21.
Yeah, I was 22. Okay, anyway, so I still remember we were supposed to shoot in AVM. We put up the sets and stuff like that. We're doing the film and the photo shoot. And what happened was we're waiting for Dhoni to join us. And suddenly they said, we can't find him, we didn't know where he is. And his car didn't start from, he was staying at the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah. So all he's got to do is come straight to AVM. I mean, one road.
Yeah.
He disappeared. Then suddenly in the sets we see there's a bike with the helmet, and he took his bike and landed up at the shoot. Okay, I was wondering, okay, this guy is crazy. Who is this? I mean, at that point of time,
At that time,
we
Dhoni
didn't
was
know,
just a cricketer.
Yeah,
He was-
cricketer. So we didn't know his passion for other
Bikes
things
and everything,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So he lands up suddenly with this. So I was thinking, which cricketer takes a bike in Chennai? That too in Chennai, traffic, morning, 8:30. It's like ridiculous. So anyway, so he lands up. So that's the first intro.
The
entry-
first
entry
introduction
into-
and meeting
yeah,
point of
meeting
Mr. Venkat
point.
and Mr. Dhoni.
Yeah, about 11 years back. So that was the first shoot we did, and there because it was the starting CSK, we had this attire of veshti,
The white veshti and the white shirt with the
tunde, and so that was to just give the local flavor. And that point of time, of course, CSK was trying to give that, from Chennai, from the south, from Tamil Nadu kind of a thing.
The Chennai
feel,
yeah.
So that was the whole shoot about.
But beyond that, வந்து நிறைய photo shoots பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, whether it's the sports avatar, whether it's the fun fields as well. So நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும் Dhoni வந்து chilled out, what happens, take it easy, I'll control it. ஆனா in the world, I don't know whether it's his wife or not, but besides that, one person who can give instructions to him and make sure it follows his use. And அந்த footage பார்த்திருக்கேன், நீங்க சொல்றீங்க, stand like this and he's following you. It's the U-turn.
That is one thing about photography.
You
Whoever
can
it is, you have the, only there.
is he someone who follows instructions? Is he someone who's very particular about his hair, how the pictures come? Or is he like, you do your job?
I think we generally plan the shoots in advance. So I've shot with him later for other shoots also, for other brands and stuff in Mumbai and in Chennai. So the thing is, very warm person, and we generally what happens is we brief them about what we need to shoot.
What a storyboard.
Yeah. And see what happens. One thing I've noticed about cricketers, whether it's Dhoni, whether it's Sachin Tendulkar, whether it's Dravid, whomever I've shot with.
Can I be your assistant, sir?
Matthew Hayden.
When you say Sachin, I will lose it.
Matthew Hayden, all of them. So the thing is, they start off very, shy, and because the number of ads and photo shoots they do, at one point they become ace actors. I mean, so I remember how even Sachin we started shooting way back in 98.
More on camera than on field.
Yeah, so
the life became like that.
A shy person, and then you shoot with him after 10 years, they completely different. Same thing with Dhoni, of course. That point of time, it was very to the point. And then recent shoots, which we've done about a couple of years back in Bombay and all that stuff, you like pro. And getting things, I mean, in terms of expressions, in terms of movement.
One take.
See what happens is, I remember doing all this because see what happens is when you're shooting for a brand, the branding is on the bat.
Talk to me about it.
So I mean, any batsman, when they go play a stroke on
and
the offside. So for me, I'm a photographer. I need to see the branding.
Correct.
For the batsman, well,
he wants the stroke perfectly.
But I'll go and tell him, look, you play it like this. So they're like, excuse me, you're telling us how to play a shot on the offside, how to flip it on the leg side, because the branding basically. So when you go for your square cut, then how much to lean and how much to
open the face of the bat.
Yeah. So these guys like, excuse me, you're telling us what. So anyway, that kind of thing. So those are the moments which I cherish because where do you go tell a ace
cricketer or sportsman how to do his job?
So anyway,
but if they come and tell you, I think the lighting should be like that.
They might have. Yeah, they will. In as they get
Time
experience
comes
in photo shoots and films, I'm sure they'll do. So anyway, so this is what happens. So over the years, confidence builds, and then they keep rocking. I mean.
So the Dhoni that the people know, fans, cricket lovers know, the Dhoni that we see on camera, on field, is the same Dhoni that's off camera.
Yeah, there's no pretensions. Yeah, that's one thing amazing about Dhoni is what you see is what you get. So, but and what's generally nice is not now, even then, he was a very, very humble, calm, play as it comes kind of a person. I mean, not off field also.
Have you learned the helicopter shot from him, sir?
No.
Not yet. Next time you'll pick up that also. Well, of course, before we go on to a quick rapid fire, we talk about this year's IPL as well. Very interesting IPL. It's far away, but still so close to our hearts in these times. If you could shoot two people from any walk of life, sir, cricketer, actor, present, past, whatever. If I could give you two icons to shoot, besides G.Venkat, besides that, take two icons. Who would you want in front of you?
That's a as crazy question. As you are.
Like you have hundreds. The world. You have aliens also. If
I
you
have
want.
Hundreds of them.
Choose
Even
two.
If we have two, choose two.
First two that come to your mind. Don't say you and me because we're next to each other.
Okay, I would say Dhoni.
And?
And Mr. Hassan.
Oh, deadly combo. You want to go viral again. Okay, we'll go on the quick rapid fire before we take your opinion on IPL 2020. So, this reminds me of the cricket team in the 90s when it was Sachin Tendulkar was Team India. Yeah. It's like CSK is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Right or wrong, arguably or not. If I was to tell you, imagine Dhoni is not the captain. How Kohli replaced him in India. If someone had to take his spot in CSK, who would that be and why?
It's a tight one.
I know.
I know. I'd give it to younger guys. Maybe Jadeja.
You somehow have a soft corner for Jadeja. Off camera also search like just watch Jadeja today.
Yeah, I mean I've seen him. Apart from fields and stuff, a very composed.
So Jadeja is a good bet. Okay.
I'm not an ace cricketer too. It's just my opinion.
You're an ace photographer and every Indian is an expert in cricket, sir. That's one thing for sure, right? Yeah. Okay, if you could make one of the cricketers into an actor, right? You think this cricketer would make a great actor? Who
I
would
think
that
Dhoni.
be?
I think he should act.
Because he can do everything.
He will. I'm sure.
People
one
will
day.
watch no matter. Okay, which two teams do you think actually will play in the finals? Honestly, CSK oda fan irunda illaya adu vera vishayam. Unga expertise point of view la vandu rendu players.
Mine not so expertise. I feel Mumbai and Chennai, CSK and Mumbai.
Please record this and play this on the 10th of November morning in the footage. Okay, which cricketer's Instagram account do you follow very closely, sir?
Actually,
You're not much on Instagram. I mean, people follow you. You don't follow anybody.
Yeah, actually not.
Very humble, see? Which cricketer follows your account closely?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll move on. Who do you think is the most overrated cricketer? Like, you don't understand why he's gone for such a high buck.
Well, the fact that one person even gets into the team, I think, especially in India, millions and millions of people, that one team which has about 14 to 16 people, I think hats off to those guys.
Sir, if you were not a photographer, you'd be a cricketer?
No.
No?
No, not a cricketer. It's
Okay.
a tough job, man.
It is. One player you wished was a part of CSK. Maybe present or past. One or in the CSK na get.
Like that you're saying. L. Sivaramakrishnan.
Fantastic. Chennai Connect
He's a
again.
Chennai
Chennai Connect. Okay.
That's the only reason.
If you had to make a movie on CSK or and Dhoni,
Okay.
who would play Dhoni? Tamil, Kollywood. Let's be more Chennai centric.
If Vijay Sethupathi could lose weight and get his shape a little more.
It's going to take some
I'm
time.
sure he can. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he can.
But one actor, actually, Vijay Sethupathi can get into any role. He can play all the 12 people, actually.
Or even Vishnu Vishal for that matter.
Nice one. Nice one. Okay. Which song reminds you of CSK?
Oh.
Sing that song.
Remembering, I mean, even pointing out to one particular song, I really don't know.
No, one song when you see, this feels like CSK. No. English,
Dragon.
French. Dragon. Okay. I'll give you a quick fire one, sir. Rapid fire. I'll say something. It starts with C. The first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Chennai.
No, I didn't get you. See?
I will say a word.
Okay.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, like that?
All the words that I have for you start with C.
Okay.
So please see me.
Okay.
Okay? Chennai.
Pass.
Past is what you think of. Chennai, what do you think of? Home, heart, life, career, family. Me, Chennai live. Say Chennai live.
Okay, Chennai.
Thank you. Correct answer. Lock it. COVID.
I'm good. You're going to get a raise.
COVID.
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about
That's enough. Oh my God is enough, sir. CSK.
it. They will win.
Controversy.
We are full of it all the time. It was bound
The
to
news.
rebound.
9 o'clock. The nation wants to know. The
that's
controversy.
it. Encounter, yeah.
Okay, camera.
Not mine.
Cinema.
Cinema. Tamil.
Yeah. The roots are here. The masala is there. And just a bit of GK or IQ. What was the name of Delhi Capitals before? The team Delhi Capitals?
Daredevils.
Delhi Daredevils.
Oh my
Fantastic.
God.
You knew the new name. You didn't know the name changed.
Actually,
Okay, so before we say goodbye to you, let's, like we said, and you agreed with me as well, thankfully, that every Indian is an expert because we love our sports, sir. So far, IPL 2020 is all about Dhoni, his batting position. We've seen some surprise performances. Ninga Paakumbodhu, what do you think of the team? And so far, what's right, what's wrong? And a bit about today's match.
well, I saw a bit of the other two matches. I think we need to buck up really for that matter. Like always, 2020s, things
It's a
go so
momentum game,
well.
sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Things go well, and then suddenly there is that's when people say it's being fixed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but people should understand it's cricket. I mean, it's not like like a script where it goes.
Do you ever feel IPL is scripted? Do you ever feel?
No, I don't think.
Never,
Cricket,
huh?
no, I don't think so because it's very. Even if you want to, it's
It can't be so well scripted. You know?
it's difficult. you
Yeah,
know.
okay, go on. Yeah, but CSK.
So I feel people expect a lot from the team, but in terms of performances and stuff, it's just the beginning right now. I'm
Yeah.
sure people need to warm up a bit more, get the feel of
Yeah.
how the other teams are playing and weigh their what you call positives and the negatives. And I think while weighing it is what is going to kind of give them to kind of plan for the future and how to tackle things and
It's
see
now seeing
and
what's
see
working
who are
for
the
you.
bowlers who are good. I mean, opposition also. Good, bad. How are they performing? Because it's different. People have changed. So I think you need to first 2 matches you need to assess and then kind of bring in.
And what have you assessed on Mahendra Singh Dhoni? The look and the form.
He's always been. Look keeps changing.
Yeah. The
Always.
form, were you happy with what you saw as a captain and as a batsman?
He's always, I mean, I'm sure he gives his best. I mean, there's no
doubt
about it. But of course, in 2020s, you need to take the risk at one point of time. You don't have 3 days, 5 days to play a test match, obviously. So when you take a chance, there are,
Things that go
obviously
right, it's a
would.
sport.
But moment it happens right, then you're a hero. But when it fails, then
You're still a hero, we're just waiting for the heroism to come. That's how it is.
So that's how it is.
Yeah.
So I think you're looking forward.
And today's match, where's your money on? You know, our guest who's coming in next, our expert, she said last match 200% that Rajasthan will lose and CSK will win.
That's how it looked.
Today I'm in for a serious grind with her. I really want to ask her some questions. But
should I warn her now?
She's already won.
Okay.
What is your bet and your money on?
My money is on CSK.
CSK for sure. 3 players to watch out for.
Well, I have a lot of players. I have, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Watson.
Watson,
because I'm expecting something from him.
Faf has been very consistent.
Faf, of course, South African. So he's captained and the experience he's got. So I think they must. I mean, we've got a formidable team. There's no doubt about it. So hope for the best.
You know, we started off with this very simple words that the show must go on. You're someone who makes the show. But we start off with something that the entire world is shaken off. Music has come to a pause. Literally, it has. That's something that we will not get over. It's going to always remain with us. It's not a question of 2-3 days. For lifelong, we will remember this voice and these moments as well. But on a note, I would like to thank you so very much. Neenga vandirkinga, neenga vandu unga memories and the stories, neenga recap pannittu, relive pannittu. You made us a part of that experience as well. And also on Dhoni and the bike, and you go to learn the helicopter. There's a lot that we can speak on, but thank you very much for being a part of this. Thank you very, very much for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
On that note, normally I'd have shaken his hand, given him a hug, but you know, distancing,
we
right?
can do this.
We can do this. Cool enough. On that note, ipo vandu sir sonnanga, which are the 3 players to watch out for? Anna, like we said, everyone in Chennai is an expert. So Chennai oda makkal, Chennai oda calling vanda enna irukku ipo neenga paaka poringa. And a big thank you once again to Mr. G.Venkat, ace photographer and the celeb on our show. Stay locked and lots more coming up on the Muthoot Group, principal team partners of the Chennai Super Kings presents Beyond the Boundary. Please give him the sanitizer.
டோனிக்கு தான் ஃபஸ்ட் பிளேஸ் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுற ஒரு பிக்கெஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷனே அதுதான். அவர் ஆடினாலும் சரி ஆடலனாலும் சரி அந்த எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் வந்து டோனிக்கு எப்பயுமே உண்டு. அதுக்கப்புறம் ரைனா வந்து அந்த லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் பேட்ஸ்மேனுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டைல் ஒன்று உண்டு. அது எப்பயுமே ரைனா கிட்ட மட்டும்தான் நம்மளால் பார்க்கவே முடியும்.
நாங்கள் வந்து சிஎஸ்கேவோட வைப்பில் இருக்கிறனால தான் வி வேர் இன் எல்லோ அண்ட் ப்ளூ கலர். ஸோ கஷ்டமாக தான் இருக்குது ரைனா வந்து இல்லை சின்ன தலையே இல்லைன்றது. பட் ஆனால் ஐ திங்க் ராய்டு வில் ரீப்ளேஸ் ரைனா எப்படியோ.
First player, I don't have to take his name. The second player is Watson and the third player is Duplessis. These 3 will shine and outshine everybody else in the full IPL 2020.
CSK பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இப்போதைக்கு இருக்கிறது வந்து நல்ல நான் நம்பிக்கையாக வச்சுருக்கிறது வந்து வாட்சன், டூப்ளிசி.
ரைனா இல்லாத ஒரு பெரிய மிஸ் தான் சென்னைக்கு கண்டிப்பாக. பட்டு தோனியை தவிர பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வாட்சன் ஒரு ஆல்ரவுண்டரு. அவர்கிட்ட வந்து நிறைய எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவோம். லாஸ்ட் டைம் வந்து ரொம்ப சொதப்பலாக போச்சு. ஒரு மாதிரி ரன் அவுட்டு, அதுக்கப்புறம் காலில் வந்து ப்ளீட் ஆனதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஒரு மாதிரி என்ன சொல்கிறது, ஒரு மாதிரி மனசு கஷ்டமாக போச்சு.
அப்புறம் பவுலிங்கில் வந்து பிராவோ கண்டிப்பாக பண்ணியே ஆகணும். ப்ளஸ் தீபக் சார் பண்ணான் பவுலிங்கில். பேட்டிங்கில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா முரளி விஜய்க்கு ஒரு சான்ஸ் கொடுத்தா நல்லாயிருக்கும். ஏன்னா அவர் ஃபஸ்ட்லேருந்து சீசன் ஆடிட்டே இருந்தார்.
பட் இப்போ தான் அவருக்கு சான்ஸ் கொடுக்கறதில்ல. முரளி விஜய்க்கு ஒரு சான்ஸ் கொடுத்து அவரை ஓப்பனிங் ப்ரமோட் பண்ணி நல்லா ஆட வைக்கலாம்.
Alright, look what happened. Vanakkam and welcome. This is the Muthoot Group, principal team partners of the Chennai Super Kings presents Beyond the Boundary. Okay, with us Vandhu number co-host. You have become very regular on our show, which I am very, very happy, honestly.
Pleasure.
And we're a cricket expert, we're an analyst. And cricket வந்து அவ்வளோ funny game இருக்கு actually. Even an expert gets it completely wrong. That's the beauty of...
I know where you're getting at.
But that's the beauty of the game, in fact. So, Seri, vanakkam, Shailaja. Thank you so much for coming on the show once again. Shailaja, tell me a bit. Shocker. Last time வந்து CSK versus Rajasthan, நம்ம believe பண்ணோம், and this is us. எப்படியோ close, comfortable, we will get through. This was a shocker. What went wrong? What went wrong? What all went wrong?
A lot of things went wrong. In fact, வந்து ஒரு flight runwayலயே இருந்து take offே ஆகாத மாதிரி ஒரு scenario தான் we were seeing in the last game. I think the last over of Rabada was terrifying.
அது வந்து it's not just the runs. I think the morale factor was killed there, completely killed.
Correct. So அங்க there was a lot of things that that went wrong, and with respect to batting, I think we didn't take off. That's what I meant. So initially there was sort of a partnership, but that didn't grow up to make it big for what was required in that game. So I think adu taandiyum nobody was able to develop a partnership, and like everybody is speaking, I think even I expected Dhoni to come up the order and rise up to the occasion, which he's always done, but that was pretty unfortunate, or I have no idea why he didn't. But then I was pretty much looking forward to it.
So
one good thing was Faf's innings.
That was fantastic. Actually நீங்க பாக்கும்போது look at this as an innings. நம்ம வந்து 200, we scored 200. அது வந்து ஒரு fantastic innings.
Correct.
But when you had to chase that, and the way the last few overs turned, I think அது வந்து ரொம்ப disappointing இருந்தது. Today we'll talk facts, Shailaja. It might hurt a few people, and today let's talk openly. What was Dhoni thinking வந்து யாருக்குமே புரியல. When the question was asked to Dhoni as to why did you come solo, அவரோட ஒரே ஒரு பதில் வந்து I needed time. I wanted to give chance to the others to come because I was not having enough practice. So idella paakumbodhu the speed that he was initially, besides the last 3 balls, adu thavara vandu, do you think people are angry? Does he know what he's doing? Illana vandu, is there too much of pressure on him as an individual? Because he handles the pressure okay, and pressure vandu too much irukka. What do you think?
See, honestly, it was a very disappointing game, to say the least. And Dhoni portha varaikum, what he's told, neenga sonna madri, that is not the kind of Dhoni that we've known. So he always rises up to the occasion more. He exceeds the expectations. And madri or player vandittu he's saying something like this, I don't know what's going on in his mind. Also ellarume they've come after a long break. So I think and in the last few balls that he played on the or hat-trick 6 ella adichadala vandu, we were able to see the old Dhoni. So I think he has to believe in himself and or kind of thought enak vandadu after what he's told. So I think that he has in himself. And probably if he had come a little bit earlier ahead of couple of other batsmen, they would have gone to win the match, because at the end Faf and Dhoni did really build up a partnership.
See, Shailaja, I'm a big fan of MS Dhoni, whether on field, off field. I'm a very, very big fan of the way he conducts himself. Ana silla kelvi vandu kandipa kekano. Now, is this a Dhoni who's fighting for his image? Like, I want to prove to you that I can score. Now on the pariya Dhoni da iruken, I am still worth the Indian cricket team, though I don't want to be there. Is it that personal mission of Dhoni? Elena, I am doing it for team CSK. Are we somewhere confused as to the identity that Dhoni is on the field today?
Definitely not. He is not the person who wants to seal his image. For him, cricket comes before anything else. Correct. So advandu over the years we have seen, and that's why he is such a great cricketer as it is. So I think he wouldn't think of sealing his place, or I know I am the same Dhoni. I don't think he would even have slightest of thoughts in that perspective.
Can you explain 7 runs in 11 balls at the asking rate of almost 23 runs and over? அதுக்கு என்ன ஒரு reason இருக்கலாம்? When the ball is coming intentionally, it is just patted away for a single. அதுக்கு என்ன ஒரு reason இருக்கலாம்?
See, initially if you generally if you see Dhoni's innings,
starts off slowly.
He takes a few balls to settle and then he gets unstoppable. So that is Dhoni.
He was unstoppable but the game stopped.
Correct.
20 overs
because he came way too late. Yeah.
சரி, look, obviously இது வந்து ஒரு initial rounds இருக்கு. We know what's working, we know what's not working. What is working for CSK? I think the batting is working to a fair extent. Watson irundalo, Raidu irundalo, whether it's Faf, Duplessis, these guys are working very well. What do you think is working? நீங்க என்ன feel பண்றீங்க is not working? I think the bowling department is somewhere lost.
I think last game also the last few overs தான் வந்து கொஞ்சம் they didn't do really well. ஒரு மாதிரி ரொம்ப unexpected ஆன ஓவர் வந்துருச்சு ரபாடா கிட்ட இருந்து. So otherwise I think they have a good mix of bowlers and they also have a good variety in them. So they are doing a good job. But batting பார்த்தா வந்து even last game Murli Vijay didn't come with a big knock or Shane Watson, both of them. So they are opening any one of them at least should go ahead and score a big one, big knock. So அது வந்து ரெண்டு பேர்கிட்டயுமே இந்த ரெண்டு கேம்ஸ்லயும் பார்க்கல and they didn't end up building up a very good partnership as well. So these two things are very very important. In a T20 game the format is very very short. So in matter of 1 or 2 overs things can change.
2 quick wickets, 1 fast innings, things can change.
So I think it's very important that they make use of the power play and maximize their run scoring.
So normally வந்து நம்ம சொல்லிட்டே இருப்போம் that CSK is all about Dhoni. Today's match வந்து it really all eyes are on Dhoni. அவரோட ஒவ்வொரு மூவ் எங்கே வராங்க, how fast is he going to come, how up the order, அவரோட tactics, everything is going to be watched. It's very difficult, but as fans, as lovers, as hardcore Dhoni fans, we're going to be watching all this. Do you think there's going to be a change in tactics, whether batting up the order irundalo, on field or the tactics irundalo, is there going to be something? Because he's someone who surprises. He opens with a spinner. And the ideas one that this is the man who started all of this. So do you think he'll pull one of the rabbits out of the hat? அப்படினு சொல்வாங்க தானே, rabbit out of the hat.
Yes, definitely tactical changes irukku, strategical changes irukku because they are playing a different team. So avangaloda strengths and weaknesses base பண்ணி தான் CSK will have their planning for this game going because each match is a fresh game.
Correct.
So they will go with whatever options it works. Also Fleming said in a article in an interview that many of the players in their bench have not played for about 1 year. So there are so many things that's acting upon this. So I think there are many crucial decisions to make and always நம்ம வந்து expect the unexpected சொல்லுவாங்களே, அதுதான் நம்ம வந்து MS Dhoni கிட்ட பார்த்திருக்கோம். நம்ம நினைக்கவே மாட்டோம், அது வந்து he does it so beautifully and he succeeds also. So I think matter of one bad game should not be too hard on him.
Yeah, I think things should change. Ana வந்து my show producer Nitin was telling me, Macha, today is a very interesting game. It's a bunch of talented youngsters, which is the Delhi Capitals versus a team of talented but experienced people. In the combination வந்து is already very interesting. அது தவிர வந்து the last match Chennai will be filled with some doubt. கண்டிப்பா ஒரு doubt இருக்கு, what's working, what's not working. Delhi வந்து பயங்கரமான determined இருப்பாங்க because they won a fantastic match with Kings 11 Punjab. So அது பார்க்கும்போது mentally, do you think actually Delhi has nothing to lose? அவங்க மேலே pressure இல்லையே, போயிட்டு விளையாடலாம், enjoy பண்ணலாம், but Chennai has a lot of pressure and lot of eyes. அது மாதிரி இருக்கு.
See, I wouldn't say it's too early to say they don't have nothing to lose for either of the teams because every team needs to win to get to the playoffs. So every win matters. So I think like you said, a lot of youngsters are there, so they'll be more fired up. All the more against a team with so much of experience, they would want to come out and perform to their best. So that would be the case with Delhi. And with respect to CSK, I'm sure they will play with a lot of experience and like you said, very experienced team. They just have to step up to the occasion.
Okay, now மக்கள் வந்து சொல்றாங்க 3 players to watch out for, different answers. ஒரு common answer வந்து MS Dhoni, but besides that different opinions இருந்தது. Three players to watch out for CSK, three players to watch out for the Delhi Capitals. You know, Shikhar Dhawan is in for a big knock.
Yes.
Shreyas Iyer as a captain, actually young but bangor dynamic. We talk about him and the other players as well. Who you think? Like Ashwin, I don't know our shoulder injury.
Yeah, he's good to play.
He's good to play? Okay, right. Official news, 200%. It's the magic number. 200% sure that Ashwin is good to play.
I will forget that 200%.
I will never forget that 200%.
I know.
Okay, tell me, watch out for players.
Yeah, like you said, Shikhar Dhawan, last game he got run out for no run. So I think he's one of the experienced players in the side. So I think that will speak for himself hopefully in today's game. And he's also opening the innings. So I think it will make a good difference if he goes on to play a good knock. And like Ashwin Pace, you know, luckily he's back with not a very bad news. So
the bad news for CSK. Ayo Ashwin vilayadanga, bad news.
For CSK, yeah, obviously, but for Delhi they are in a good place. So and Shreyas, like you said, a very young captain. I think he has so much of time to learn, to experiment. As a captain for future as well, he's a very good prospect.
Very good potential. Yeah.
And he's able to pull off the team in a very good place. And I think season opener they had a super over game. So and they went on to win that. So just shows what kind of capability that team has. So Chennai பார்க்கும்போது
do you see any replacements? The fast bowler, I forget his name, the fast bowler for Chennai.
Rabada. Yeah.
Do you see some changes coming in?
Sorry, I'm very sorry. That's Ngidi. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Rabada is playing for Delhi.
Ngidi சௌக்கியமா சொல்றீங்களா irritation சொல்றீங்க புரியல. Look, we expect a lot from the ace foreign fast bowler, but it hasn't worked. And is it time for change?
I mean, Bravo is the best in terms of death bowling especially, and he's
the batting element, the big shots.
He's also contributed with the bat.
As a fielder, also brilliant.
Correct, but we're not sure yet as to how far he's good to get back to play.
Adu 200% theriyala.
Adu 200% correct theriyala. So probably they might try Shradul Thakur as a fast bowler. Also, if you talk about Delhi, Stoinis was a star performer in the last game. So
bowling, batting,
both. He was able to adapt to the changes, to the slower balls, to the slower wicket, and he was able to beautifully come out and perform. So that will be key for Delhi.
It looks like a very interesting match. Really, very, very important match. Not maybe in terms of the table, ana morally, mentally வந்து ரொம்ப ஒரு முக்கியமான match. Already for team CSK to set that tempo வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம் இருக்கு. நீங்களே சொன்னீங்க last time that T20 is a momentum game. When you start, rombo mukkiyam irukku that how long can you keep that tempo? What vaati you drop, you don't know how far you will drop. That's the way this sport or this tournament is. You hardly have time. It's all about flick. But before we go on to give your predictions, honest predictions, okay, we'll talk about the other teams as well. What have you seen, the plus and the minus from the other teams? Like KKR, few positives are there. Bangalore le vande a few positives. Hyderabad has some.
Bangalore le positives irukku.
Washington Sundar is a positive.
He is a positive, but as a team, I think
he's a complete positive. Nobody is a COVID positive. Okay.
Luckily, yeah. So yeah, a lot of things to work on in terms of RCB. நம்ம அத பத்தி பேசறனால சொல்ல because they had a very bad game yesterday, and I think more contribution in terms of batting is very important for RCB. KKR again, they were not up to the mark in terms of their batting. They have really good firepowers, but and overall Pata, there's a lot of sloppy fielding in all the teams. So adu vandu overall all the players have to work on that.
Virat Kohli direct turning adichirukeenga.
Illa generally I'm speaking. Even CSK's first game, Mumbai and CSK they did very sloppy fielding.
Okay, now see obviously number one as fans and followers and from the CSK army as such, we say that CSK is going to definitely be in the playoffs and the finals. Adu thavra it's too early, it's too early. But two teams you think are really strong?
Mumbai Indians.
That's strong.
And I think any team. Yesterday Rajasthan played really well. I'm sorry.
Punjab
Played really well, and previous game Rajasthan was a surprise. CSK, we all were so overconfident, but
we all
I mean the CSK fans, they always want CSK to win. So abdi irukumbodhu Rajasthan played a really good game, keeping in mind the kind of cricket they've played in the earlier seasons. They've started off really well in this tournament, so I'm looking forward.
Okay, well, of course, in few minutes from now the match will begin, but before that, Shailaja, toss வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் சரியா? Most of the teams that won, they choose to bat first. Bowl first. Okay, what do you think will happen here?
See, generally they are saying with respect to the pitch reports and all that, they say that the team that wins the toss should bowl first. So the dew factor, because the dew factor will be difficult to bowl and field in the later half of the night. I mean, and so adinala bowling first is better and solranga. Whoever bowls first has a brighter chance of winning solranga. But over last 3 games la pathona, irrespective of the ground also, whoever is bowling first, they end up losing. So
Dhoni will win the toss. Match pati we are hopeful, but toss at least Jay Bharat is confident.
And toss matume we should not rely only on the toss. Toss win pandrathu is one part of the game. Adu taandi how we perform, how we go about the game is all that matters.
So do you think if Chennai wins the toss, bat or bowl? Bowling would be the better option for us. Okay. On that note, final predictions, Shailaja. And the 200 on the enge podi ingeya angeya.
I lost my 12,000 or whatever you said.
12,322.
Correct.
I didn't get it, but I don't know where you lost it because I didn't get it. Okay, tell me honestly. As a fan vitringa cheriya, that we all know where our heart is and we know where the belief is cheriya. Adu vandu secondary, but form, paper, players and mindset point of view na vandu, what do you see the chances out of 100? 60-40, 70-30?
I guess 60-40 for CSK because they will give a good comeback, I believe, because Dhoni knows how to, like I said, he knows how to get the job done. Just that the job is not getting done. So that's the thing. I hope the boys will come back stronger today.
It's like saying, I know how to be a millionaire, but I just haven't become a millionaire.
True.
But of course, Dhoni has done this several times in the past. Is a part of his process. So he definitely knows how to handle this. And andu oru hope le Shailaja, thank you very much. Interesting match lined up. Neenga vandu advantage Chennai Solking, not outright. Advantage CSK. And I agree with you. I think most of the world will agree with you. It's advantage, but it's match on. Correct. On that note, thank you very, very much, Shailaja, and I hope to see you for the next match. And in the match or the gap, we have 1 week. Yeah, so how we win and the morale is very important. We'll talk about that through this 1 week. We'll be in touch with you for your expert opinions. Thank you very much, Shailaja. On that note, இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு மிக்ஸ்டான டே இருந்தது. Of course, SPB sir அது வந்து ஒரு very shocking ஆன ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு, sad ஆன விஷயம் இருக்கு.
Deeply saddening. I would like to extend my heartfelt condolences to his family and friends and the fans around the world. And he's been an amazing musician to say the least. And I think irrespective of whether he's with us, he's going to be with us forever and ever.
I say it very simply, the memories and the melodies will always live.
Yes.
There's no changes in that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the match. Let the prayers be on for the family, for the friends and the fans. As Shailaja says, my name is Rajiv. This is the Ace Expert. 200% I am sure.
Not anymore.
Okay, and thank you very much. We'll catch you guys extremely soon and stay connected with us on Chennai Live. Instagram, Facebook handle is Chennai Live 1048 and catch us on YouTube with all the action, all the drama and all the wrong expert and the right expertise also. That of course is just Chennai Live. That's one word slammed in together. Thank you very much. My name is Rajiv. This is Shailaja and the Muthoot Group, principal team partners of the Chennai Super Kings presents, say the name.
Beyond the Boundary.
200% correct, ma. Thank you.
Finally.